What's going on, everybody? Day 9, checking in with Dad Supporting Dads. Y'all know the deal. Like, comment, save the video, share it. I'll do the same on your page. Movement's amazing. Y'all join it. Sorry I'm not as energetic, but I do want to get to something more serious. So I'm going through this program at church, and it's called Regeneration, and it's about dealing with your past traumas and finding true healing and freedom from them so you can move forward in life. And it teaches you the tools and the things you need to fight the battles every day, because every single day, those of you that have been watching for a while, I shared briefly about the battles that I face in my head every single day. And so this is going to help me. Not only does it find freedom from my past, but it also allows me to go forward and not have to be a victim of my past or a product of my past anymore. So we're going through inventory, and it's been a lot, and it's the part of the program. It's step 4, but it's the part of the program that a lot of people, when it gets to this point, it gets real heavy and gets real serious. And so some people don't make it out of this. They usually just may give up on the program at this point. But we're all still together. We're doing great. Got a group of, I think 12 of us. And so it's been amazing. But we deal with the first is like resentments, and then it's your fears, and then it's harms to me, harms by me, and then it finishes. I haven't gotten there yet, so I'll just deal with where I'm at. But we've been going through it, and so it's been real heavy because you go back into those moments and you relive the emotions of the moment. And some of them I didn't even realize that I had resentments or I had fears. I had to sit still. And Psalm 46:10, be still and know that I am Lord. I had to be still and ask the Holy Spirit to tell me what I needed to put down, because when I tried to do it, I just couldn't come up with anything because I thought of myself as a forgiving person. So resentments in my mind were things of the past that if I've forgiven somebody, then I shouldn't be carrying a resentment. But the Holy Spirit then takes you back to the moment to see what that resentment and how it led to other things in life. And then you go back, and what's really neat is that every time I put it down on paper, I'm finding peace. Like I have more peace and more freedom. So that's a long-winded explanation of the program I'm going to, but that was last night, and some big revelations came out last night. Well, then I wake up today, and now I want to share a little bit about a dream I've had since I met the Lord. So I met the Lord June 28, 2009. One day I'll share my testimony. It's kind of long, so it may be alive. But I knew I wanted to be a pastor shortly into my walk with Christ. I love people. I have an undying love for people. Sometimes it's an unhealthy love for people. I'm not perfect. I still judge, and I still have thoughts that I have to fight off. But I love people. And when I found out about God, I just was like, man, everybody needs to know about this. And so I developed a dream to be a pastor one day. And it starts with being employed by a church. And it's been my dream since 2009. And we've started, this is another story for another day, but we've started a special need program at my church. And today, found out that they created, y'all bear with me, I promise I'll get through this. They created a position for the special needs program. I just keep repeating, your will be done, not mine. Have your way in me. But they created a position at the church. And I've been with the program since the beginning, so it was something that not only I dreamed about, I knew it was something that could be a potential one day. And they decided they were going to go with Brittany. And I'm so happy for her. I sent her a message, told her how excited I was, because I really am. She's absolutely perfect for the position. And she has such a gift with those kids. She loves them so much. The phone call was out of respect to me to let me know that they were going with Brittany. But they created the position, and we're moving forward with the program. And there was some thanks in there, and gratitude and for everything that's been contributed at this point. And I got off the phone call, and I knew that I was being attacked because I felt it. and I didn't know why. I've been begging God to take all of my pride. And so originally I thought it was my pride. But it comes from a false promise that I don't know where it begins yet. I know that something was promised to me one day. Not even a promise, but it was something that I worked my butt off for, and it didn't happen. Whether it was by my own doing or whatever. Somewhere along the way, something like that happened, and it created a wound that I wasn't even aware of. I was aware of it, but I didn't realize it was a wound. I just knew that this was something that I thought was repetition in life. It just keeps happening, so it was like expected, right? Well, I don't know when it first happened, but I do know that when it happened, I created expectations of failure, or things won't last, or what people say, it sometimes doesn't happen. But I'm thankful because on the way here, I was talking it out with God. I sought out my mentor, and I really thought I wanted to talk to somebody, but I had the greatest father to ever be just wanted me to have a conversation with him. So I had a conversation with him, and he started piecing together why I was hurting, because I don't understand why this time. But I know that God's in control, and I know that his will is better than mine, and I know that this is just part of the story, and it doesn't change anything about how I feel about the church. It doesn't change anything about how I feel about the kids or my co-teacher or anything. I'm genuinely filled with joy, but I'm going through one of those moments that this program I'm going through is all about, because now I got So I was waiting on a phone call from my mentor, and that's what happened at the end of this video. So this is the in-between of when I was almost finished, got the phone call, and now I'm picking it back up because I just got a bunch of answers. So I figured I'd finish now. So I thought it might have been a wound, and it may still be a wound. I still have to dig in with God and figure out what this is about, but I think it's about my pride. And I think what it was is that I learned I want to say a year ago, I had a talk with one of the pastors at the church, and I explained to him how much I wanted to be a pastor. And he taught me that I can pastor in my position, not worry about the position of pastor. And so I stopped thinking about that job. I stopped wanting the job anymore. I stopped thinking about being a pastor. It's not that I didn't want it, but I was like, I'm not focused on it anymore. And so so what's really neat about it is so that now that I'm getting so much closer to God, now that I'm figuring a lot of these things out, the enemy's coming at me from areas that I didn't even think about anymore. And so he's trying to attack me in my pride. He tried to get me to feel the same way I felt before, but I was combating it with truth. And I was combating it with the fact that I am broken and I am under construction. I'm on this journey because I want to be better. I want to be a better person. I want to be a better steward of this life that I've been blessed with. And so it ended up being an attack. I've combated it. I'm going to pray about it. And I'll update y'all if anything else turns out from this. But again, I thank y'all. This is day 9 of Dad Supporting Dads. This movement's been incredible. I don't know who's going to see this or who's going to watch the end because there's that little gap in the beginning. But I absolutely love every single one of y'all, and I hope y'all have a great night. Shalom.